Welcome back to Lowsocks Crew Challenge Season 2. We're gonna get a second chance at the Serie A. Last season we finished 10th or 11th, I think. Not good enough, but now that we have a good account of how tough the league is, maybe we can go ahead and improve on what we were doing. The first thing I'm gonna do for this season is we've had an issue with the left back position. DeMarco is very good at attacking, but he leaves a very big gap when he's up there. So we were using Olaina, who is right-footed, actually not left-footed, but he's still been able to do very well defensively. I still want to be able to hold possession in that part, and want someone who can get on the ball much better than Aina. And I think I have an idea on who we can get, and that is Arsenal's Lewis Kelly. I don't know if he has that trait in the game, but I'm going to go ahead and sign him and see if he does have the trait actually. So let's go ahead and sign him up. If he's here, there he goes, 76 rated. Left back, left footed. He stands at about 5'9", 10. Very strong. He can keep the ball well. These are his ratings. And once we train him up, also, mm, he's gonna be able to become even better. So let's go ahead and sign him up. Good price as well. Let's see who we're going to basically kick out of the team to get him in. I'm gonna have to put Harry Amos on the reserves here. Sort it out to get him up here with order of signing. So here he is. And of course, Harry Amos. I'm gonna go ahead and train him up and get him to his potential. What do you guys think of that? Do you think that I should be letting players get to their potential organically, or training them up as soon as I get them and improving them? I'd rather do this so that we don't have to worry about that, so that the challenge can be just about the primary goal. So I'll still start Aina for the first game of the season, and we'll bring in Lewis Kelly in the second half. And our first game is against Venezia, who just got promoted, so we should be able to win this game more than comfortably. And that is our first 11 lineup. Mosquera and Singo starting centre backs. Pickford in goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold is our captain. On the right, we have Aina in the left back. And then Pedri is going to be doing the pivot or the holding midfield role with Szoboszlai and Wirtz on either side of him. And on the front line, we have Ekitike leading the line with Dybala on the right and Kvaratskhelia on the left. So, yeah, off we go. We're going to be looking to bring in, let's say, Skelly, Femin, and maybe Ngumoha in, or either Ngumoha or Robbie in for the second half. Or both of them. I think we allowed more than 3 subs. So yeah, those are the 4 players I'll be looking to bring in the second half, and off we go for the first game of the second season. I'm gonna let the commentary run.
So it feels like a pretty special occasion here in the capital, a bustling scene in the north of the great city of London, and a venue here which has housed some of the game's glitterati since 2006. So it's down to business here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Pedri. For Szoboszlai. Played out to the right. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. This is decent hit! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion. Will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game. Eintracht Frankfurt really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Pedri. And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he's picked it up out. Can he finish? Sticks it away! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
After 42 minutes is number 7, Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai.
Snuffed out the danger. Szoboszlai. Singo. Dybala. Alexander-Arnold. He's tried one! They are rampant! And surely that settles it!
After 56 minutes is number 34, Einar. Einar. Einar.
And we're done. Eintracht Frankfurt have won here on day one. They have done just what they wanted to do, and the message is very much, bring on the rest of the season. Szoboszlai picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, you can't hide it. This has been very impressive, and I have to admit, I didn't see an awful lot of them during pre-season, Peter, but whatever they've been doing has been impressive on the evidence we've just seen. What a lovely start.
So we've reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside me, and we'll both see you next time.
Okay, that is it. A good performance overall from the team. The substitutes didn't get much time to express what they can do. But either way, we were able to win 3-0, keep a clean sheet. Great goals. Good opening goal from Wirtz. And great finish from Soboslai at the end. Overall, game was very good for him as well, other than scoring. He ended up being the man of the match in a fantastic long-range strike from Aina to finish off the job, and a 3-0 comprehensive win against Venezia on our first day is not bad at all. So if we go into match day 2, let's see who we have. Face across the league, Como win 3-1 against Sassuolo. Lazio beat what team is that? Liguria B. I don't know what exactly team is that. I don't think if it's. I'm not sure if it's Cagliari or no. I don't think it's Cagliari. Either way, a 3-3 draw for Lazio. Roma beat Parma 3-2. AC Milan start with the win as well, and so do Atalanta. A 1-0 win for Atalanta. And Inter Milan ended up drawing against Bologna. They were away at Bologna. That's not easy on the first day, especially. And a big game in the first weekend. Napoli and Juve. Juve win that game 1-0. And then Fiorentina beat Monza 4-2. And lastly, Cremonese got beat 4-1 by Torino. So let's see where that beat puts us in the table. There you are on the first day. We go into match day 2. Another newly promoted side that we're facing again. Let's go ahead and see what we can do in this game. Basically, what I'm going to be doing, guys, is 3 games every episode, which is going to give us about 10 to 13 10 to 13 episodes. Yeah, 10 to 13 episodes to work with. So yeah, that is what we're gonna be using to go forward. So yeah, off we go. Away game. See the players that play for this team so that I can tell which team this is. It's not a licensed team at all. Obviously, most of the teams are not licensed, but I don't know if I should give Lewis Kelly the start here. At least maybe I'm gonna bring him in the second half. Give him a full half to show what he can do, because the last game he didn't get much of a debut, honestly. And off we go into match day 2. I'm gonna let the commentary go on.
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me... Spread out to the left. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a really well-measured ball. Now this could be a chance. Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival. Look at the space. Can he finish? Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Wirtz. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Szoboszlai looking for the runner. Oh, good take and a shot at goal! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! The breakthrough strike! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that defence is perplexed by the fact they've allowed him the space.
Decent progress down the left. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Ekitike has found the net here, of course. Now it's Wirtz. Wirtz! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And here's Dybala. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable... There's the hit! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before and no doubt they'll work it again.
After 83 minutes is number 10, Wirtz.
The counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Eintracht Frankfurt. Up he goes! They want to be quick to recover.
Great positioning, so good
And
from him.
that is that. Eintracht Frankfurt. Ekitike claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin for joining us and to wish you a very good day.
Okay, that is it. Second win in a row. Match day 2, second win. That was very good. Our man of the match is Ekitike. He scored the first goal and set up the second. So good for a striker. Him and Trent are the best performing players on that side. Trent is very good and he's been good even defensively as well. Miles Lewis Kelly, a good show. He kept the ball well. He did show his weakness in height and in defense just because of his height at the end there where he could not get high enough to head the ball out and the opposition was able to get a attempt or a shot off on our keeper, and Pickford made a good save to get his second clean sheet. So yeah, I did think he may have had a worse defensive record than or worse defensive abilities than Aina, obviously, but his defense is not as bad as DiMarco, honestly, and it's very good. It's solid in real life, obviously. Hopefully, the game is going to be that way as well. And I did think I might be going on to regret that decision, but I also thought that maybe getting a second goal to make it 2-0 would help us not face any consequences or any bad consequences that decision would come with, and that was indeed what happened. So off we go. 2 wins in a row to start the season. Let's see what's happening elsewhere. Como drew. Inter pick up their first win of the season against Lazio, 3-2 win. And Lazio haven't won yet. They did draw their first game. Fiorentina lose to Pisa. And we won 2-0. Milan and Napoli, another big game on the second weekend. Just on the second weekend, 3-3 draw that one ended. And Cremonese beat Bologna 2-2. Oh no, they drew 2-2. I thought they beat them. 3-2, but no, 2-2 draw. Monza get their first points, so do Venezia of the season after a 1-1 draw between the two in Monza. And Parma lose 4-1 to Atalanta. And another big game of the second weekend is Juve versus Roma. Juve win 2-1. And so that's two big wins for Juve to start the season. They're going to be a problem, obviously, and Torino pick up 3 points as well against Sassuolo. So off we go. We are top of the table. Obviously, we haven't conceded any goals. We have the best goal difference here. So as you can see, that's up 5. We've scored 5 goals, no replies. So did Atalanta have a 4. So almost everyone has a positive goal difference up to 9, where Roma have a 0 goal difference. Yeah, that's what the table looks like after the first 2 games. When we go to match day 3, let's see who we get to face. Another newly promoted side, which is Monza for match day 3. We are at home. We're going to be hosting them at the Emirates. The away kit, their away kit. I don't know if I should start Lewis Kelly. I think I should start Lewis Kelly on this game. I know I saw Lewis Kelly and then bring on Aina just to be defensively safe at the end, or yeah, let me start Lewis Kelly even though Aina is in very good form. I'm gonna keep. I know the other guys, the Rio and Firmino, are in great form as well. We'll bring them on. I did not bring them on in the last game. I didn't feel like we needed to do substitutions rather than Lewis Kelly coming on at halftime. But he's gonna start this game, and off we go. The defense has been very good, so we're gonna keep Singo and Mosquera. And come to match day 3.
A warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly.
For the action to start.
So it feels like a pretty special occasion here in the capital, a bustling scene in the north of the great city of London, and a venue here which has housed some of the game's glitterati since 2006. Terrific header! He's delivered all right! What a great header, got plenty on that.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 7 minutes is number 28.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Ekitike! Ekitike! It's bounced back off the post. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Defending of the big chance! Good effort. Now that looks a decent ball. This is promising. And he whips it in. And can he finish it?
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
A real chance. He's got the shot away! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Eintracht Frankfurt came into this game looking for all 3 points, but in the end they're unable to lay claim even to a consolation prize.
For our next home game are currently
Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
Just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin for joining us and to wish you a very good day.
That was fucking disappointing, guys. I don't know what that was. 1-0 loss to a newly promoted side is not a good way to get the season going. We should have 9 points for those 3 games, but now we're just gonna have 6 points. Our best performer of the day. Almost everyone had a bad, not necessarily a bad game defensively, but we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. We did attack, but other than Ekitike's effort that hit the post, we didn't create anything else that is substantial. Defensively, we were not bad. We did make some mistakes. We were not that bad, but yeah, even Ekitike himself had an absolute stink. I had to take him off at halftime. He was not making runs. He's one of the reasons that we didn't make anything in that first half when we had the momentum after just hitting the post right after conceding the goal. So I had to take him off, and I'm not going to start him in the next game. He's going to start on the bench. I don't know what that was. I don't know if he's allergic to making runs. I need my striker to, when I'm running at him with the ball, to be making runs into the defensive line or in behind the defense. I don't know what Ekitike was doing there. And that was very early as well. In the second half, we didn't create much either. We just kept passing the ball around and conceding some chances here and there. But like I said, we were not that bad defensively. So an unlucky loss. Otherwise, in the league, Milan go against Roma and they draw 2-2. Bologna win 1-0 against Sassuolo. Torino pick up their first loss as well, just as we did with a 1-0 loss against Udinese Calcio. Atalanta lose 4-2, another big game, second big game of the weekend after the Milan Roma game. And Juve win 4-2 as well. Juve looking like the unstoppable force in the league this year. They did win it last year. Did they win it last year or did Inter win it last year? Inter won it last year. They were the runners up last year. And Inter win a 3-1 away. Lazio pick up a 2-0 win against Cremonese. Como and Napoli share points, and so do Fiorentina and Parma, and Venezia and Pisa as well. So we drop down to third, 3 points off the top, which is Juve, who picked up a win in every single one of their games. They had big games, 3 big games to start the season, and they picked up 3 points in every single one of those games. Inter drew their first game of the season. They have 7 points, and we're just below them at sixth. Torino dropped down to four as well after picking up their first loss, and Milan also dropped after drawing. Atalanta lost to Juve, obviously, big loss, and that is what the rest of the table looks like. And it seems like Sassuolo have not picked up any points in these 3 games, 0 points, and only one of the newly promoted sides is in the relegation. The other two have been able to pick up points. Monza obviously just beat us to get their first 30-point game of the season. So, yeah, that is it for this episode. I will see you guys in the next episode. The big game coming up against Inter Milan. And hopefully we can go on and show what we can do. Last season, we were winning some of the big games, but the big loss to Inter Milan themselves at our home. But we were coming up, and we also lost to Juve. I do remember that. But other than that, we were coming up and showing what we can do in big games. So hopefully this season can be the same, and we can add on to that by picking up points in the games that we're supposed to be winning. For example, this last game against Monza. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Subscribe, like, and thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.